bloodthirsty people. Right, Ásgeir, you know we're a big fan of this man on the show, and we were over the moon when we found out he was going to be in town, doing a couple of gigs actually, and so we thought let's get him in and have a bit of a chat. So he's this 21-year-old singer-songwriter from Iceland who released this beautiful album called In the Silence. Actually, it's not out yet, it's coming out 28th of October. We've just been lucky enough to listen to it. And John Grant was involved, who helped him translate the album into English. We've played the previous single on the show as well, so I thought it was about time that you guys and I got to know Ásgeir a little bit better.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me.
Very excited about getting to know our next guest here at Six Music. I apologise for the pronunciation if I get it wrong, but you can correct me, which we did brilliantly actually with some of your fellow Icelandic pop stars, Sigur, who were lovely people, but Ásgeir.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's
almost
pretty much it.
Yes!
Yeah.
Man, yes, I've been saying it right for weeks now. It's such a great thing. Welcome to Six Music, sir. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you. We've got a little set of questions that we like to ask our guests to get to know them a little bit better. We feel it kind of delves into the inner psyche of our favourite band, so if you wouldn't mind answering some of our questions. Have you got a most memorable gig in terms of watching another band?
I'm gonna say it's a gig we went to, me and my band, this summer. We were playing at a festival called Pohota Festival in Slovakia, and we went to see Atoms for Peace.
Yeah.
And they were playing, Tom York and Flea and Nigel Godrich, and they were playing this album Amok,
it's
which
great.
is a really awesome album, and the show was just wonderful, and the weather was great, and just all about it was a good experience.
What about in terms of buying music? Can you remember the first piece of music that you bought?
Yeah, that was probably Nevermind by Nirvana when I was 6 years old. We were lived in a small town called Reykjaskóli in the northwest side of Iceland. It's a really small town, just of maybe 20 people live there. And
wow!
And I had this one friend. And he one day he came up to me in a t-shirt with Kurt Cobain on it, and I really thought that was a cool guy. and so after that we started like collecting albums, and we're actually like competing who had more albums with Nirvana. And just when I was 8 years old, I think I had like 12, 15, like all the singles.
I'm so happy, 'cause today found my friends are in my head. I'm so ugly, that's okay, 'cause so are you.
And what about the last piece of music that you bought?
That's a band called the Death Grips from California.
Yeah.
It's a experimental hip hop group.
Power drill, never stops. Own it, be on it. Sorry, what's that? Myself up.
What about, this is my favourite question in our little set questions, do you have a seduction song?
No, not really. I've never had to like have a seduction song, but
Such a weird question, but I love it.
But if I would have to think about it, it would probably be something like Marvin Gaye or Al Green.
Yeah, totally.
I started to write this song about you.
Is it weird to think though, because there's some of your music that's pretty seductive, and I could imagine people, it being a kind of mood setter for couples and things. Is it weird to think of your music like that? Is your music being the seduction song?
You
could be quite happy with that, surely.
Yeah, of course. Well, just like a few days ago, we got like a tweet on Twitter from someone saying, if you need some sex music, this is what you should listen to.
Perfect. There you go. That's a quote I want to see on the album cover. That's hilarious, amazing. If you need some sex music, go no further.
Yeah, it made me really glad.
I'm glad. Listen, it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you in December when you come back to UK. Got a few dates lined up and down the country, which is great. If you're, I think Brighton, Manchester, Glasgow, London are the ones that I know of. But we'll make sure we let everyone know the full details. And we're going to play the new single Torrent, if that's okay.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about the single?
This is a song I wrote just I think 2 years ago, two and a half years ago, and I actually made it for my girlfriend now. And
Seduction song.
yeah. and
wow, that's
then my father wrote the lyric when we were in the process of recording the album.
Wow. Has your dad been involved in a lot of the lyrics on the album?
Most of the lyrics, yeah.
Great.
He wrote 7 of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it collaborative, or do you kind of write the music and let him come up with an idea? Or?
Yeah, it's more like I just write the music and maybe then I send the demo and we maybe talk about it a little bit. But he's a really great poet and has been writing lyrics for other musicians also. And
Wow. What's your father's name?
Einar Georg.
One more time.
Einar Georg Einarsson.
Amazing. Oh, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure, and thank you for this album, because it's absolutely exquisite.
Thank
I'm
you.
looking forward to seeing it live. Ásgeir, thank you so much.
Thank you.